Welcome to another edition of MIW. Got the D-Man here, and I am glad you could join me today. Happy Halloween. Be careful out there tonight. Today's YouTube video comes out at, I think, 3 p.m., maybe 9 p.m. on Saturday. But if you get your notifications, it'll come out. You'll see it. It's on setting boundaries. Now, as strange as it may seem, I knew nothing about setting boundaries till about 6 months or a year ago. I mean, I suppose I set them, but I didn't really understand. When someone first mentioned that to me, it kind of pissed me off. And as usual, when someone says something to me or suggests that I do something that pisses me off, it's something I need to do, but I don't want to accept. So I try to reject it. But after I slept on it, I told the guy, I said, you know what, you're right. But I'm not going to talk about that video today. What I am going to talk about is doing something. Get off your butt, get off the couch, get out from behind the Xbox, the computer, whatever, and do something. You have desires in your heart that you're drowning out by sitting on the computer, by smoking pot all day, by drinking, whatever form you use to run away from yourself, to run away from what you know you truly want to do. Hey, I have nothing against drinking or smoking pot. I did a lot of it. I don't do it anymore. I think it's like anything else in moderation, it's okay. But if you're staying high all day or drinking every day or getting drunk every Friday and Saturday night, that's probably hindering your ability to succeed, to become what you came here to become, to achieve what you really want to achieve. And until you start setting out and taking steps towards those desires that are within you, you will not know fulfillment. Happiness comes and goes in life. You're not always going to be happy. The goal of life is not to be happy. I'm not sure what the goal of life is. I have goals, and I know that when I'm working toward my goals, I have a fulfillment that nothing else gives me. Now, when I achieve the goal, the fulfillment, it's an excitement, but then afterwards I feel a certain emptiness because I need to put another goal in there. So it's important to have goals, to be striving for something. Now, some of you are afraid to try. You're afraid you will fail. You're afraid of what people will think about you if you make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I was listening to Dan Pena this morning. He's made more billionaires than anybody in the world. He was in jail like 3 or 4 times when he was young. He was speaking about how many times he failed. I just finished my book. I started writing that book probably 7 or 8 years ago. I didn't finish, probably because I was afraid. Afraid of what? I don't know. But I started writing it again a year ago, and I finished it, and it's published, and it's on Amazon. It's a great book. Coming Home Again is the title. Check it out. It will be a great value to you. It's inspirational, educational, adventurous, and hey, truth is stranger than fiction. So anyway, pick that up. But I was thinking about what Dan was talking about, and about being afraid to try something because you don't know how. I started this YouTube channel, Instagram. I knew nothing about this a couple years ago. Okay, I'm still learning. My videos are not as good as some of the, like Mr. Beast and some of those guys that are really famous on YouTube that have millions of followers. But everyone starts out the same way. I put a tweet on Twitter. I don't know anything about Twitter. So I'm trying to get that book cover on there, and I get it on there right, and then I'm going to promote it, right? So I do the promotion. I think, shoot, I don't like what I wrote. So I go back and delete it all because you can't edit a tweet on Twitter. You have to delete it and start over. So I got it all right, or I think I do. I got the book cover on there. I had to adjust it. I couldn't get it in the center. Half of it was gone. So I got it all right, and then I go to promote it. So I think, okay, I'll promote it at $250. I can reach quite a few people like that. So I do it. I'm done. I go back and look, and the book is halfway down on my post. So you can see the title, but you can't see the whole cover. I'm like, man. So I feel kind of foolish, right? Because I know people are going to look at that and think, well, I don't know. I think in my mind, my ego is worried about what people are going to think about me, because half the books on Well, the message is there, so they can see the book. They can go to Amazon. They can purchase it. They can read the back cover. It tells them a little bit what it's about. The point I'm making is this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll learn. I made a mistake. I failed at putting the post up correctly. Okay, next time I'll do better. And that's how you learn. If you think you're going to learn from a book or from another person and be able to do it perfectly the first time you do it, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, you can go to college for 8, 10 years, 4 years, whatever. But until you get out there in your field and actually practice what you've been studying, you're not going to be as expertise at it as you would be, I believe, if you had just studied the whole time, along with someone who knew what they were doing. You learn by making the mistakes. And the more painful the mistakes, the stronger and more profound is the lesson you learn. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Go out there and fail. I heard a guy say one time when he was the head of a big corporation, when he interviews people, he doesn't ask them about their successes. He asks them about their failures, because he knows, as I know, and as you will come to learn as you fail, that yourself and people learn much more from their failures than their successes. The most painful times of my life have been the most valuable. The times I felt like people really got over on me, cheated me, lied to me, stole from me, broke my heart, whatever, those are the times I learned the most. But the only way you're going to learn the most, if you're in one of those situations today, is to take the word blame out. You created that for yourself. And if you can look at that like that, then you can use that as a valuable situation to grow and to learn and to become what you want to become. To bring that desire from within you. Only you know what that is. The one you're afraid of, the one you would never tell anybody because you think people will think you're stupid. Those painful sufferings and learning situations that you learn from, those things will help you make that desire into reality if you use it for that. Or you can spend the next 20 years blaming whoever did whatever to you and never accomplish nothing because it's their fault. It's this guy's fault, it's the president's fault, it's my parents' fault, it's my boss's fault. You can live like that, go home, watch TV, drink a beer every night and complain. Get up, hate your job. More people die of heart attacks on Monday morning than any other time. That many people hate their job. If you're thinking about Hump Wednesday and thank God it's Friday, you need to find something else to do. Because there's more to life than the weekend. Every day is the day to enjoy, to live, to learn, not just the weekends. 5 days a week, 40 hours a week if you got one of those kinds of jobs. What about the rest of your life? That's your main life. If you're working just to retire, what happens if you die before then? Today is the time. Hey, I'm done. If you want to get my help personally, marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. Have a great day. Happy Halloween.